What is up, guys? Fred here, and today we're gonna be talking about the top 3 cards to get your hands on to support all of the new boss units that are gonna be introduced in the upcoming V Special Series V Collection Volume 1 and Volume 2. This video is gonna be a first parter of a new series I'm gonna be making on this channel, where we are going to go through every single clan in alphabetical order for this new release. So this way you'll know what to expect in the next video. We're gonna go through all of them 3 by 3, and today we will be looking at Aqua Force, Angel Feather, and Bermuda Triangle. Disclaimer, I won't include any of the cards that are being reprinted in this new set. My goal is to help you guys find out which older cards are necessary to support the most you can these new bosses. At the end of every video, I will include my personal deck list for every new deck we'll be covering. So let's start with Aqua Force. Before going into this first top 3, we will go through all of the brand new support cards for this new boss. First up, we have the new Grade 1 Blue Wave Dragon Propulsion Dragon. Its skill reads: auto, rearguard circle, once per turn. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked a grade 2 or greater vanguard, cost counterblast 1, choose one of your back row rearguards and you may exchange its position with this unit. If you exchange, stand this unit. And then we have the new grade 2, Blue Wave Marine General Kateria. Her skill reads: auto, vanguard and rearguard circle. When this unit attacks a vanguard, cost Soul Blast 1, choose one of your units and it gets power plus 5k until end of turn. If this unit is on your vanguard circle and it is the third battle of that turn or more, draw a card. And then here's the big boy, the brand new Blue Wave Dragon Tetra Drive Dragon. And this new boss's skill reads as: act, vanguard and rearguard circle, cost counterblast 1, and this unit gets power plus 2k until end of turn. Then auto vanguard circle. At the end of the battle your rearguard attacked, perform the following depending on which battle of this turn that battle was. Fourth battle, cost discard 2 cards from your hand, stand this unit, and it gets drive -1 until end of turn. And then 7th battle, cost counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand and stand this unit. So for Aqua Force, starting up at number 3, Coral Assault. Its skill: continuous, rearguard circle. During the battle it attacked, if 4 or more of your other units are in rest position, this unit gets plus 15k. Then auto rearguard circle. At the end of your turn, if the total number of attacks this turn is 4 or more, cost put this unit into your soul and draw a card. Coral Assault has been a staple for most Aqua Force units ever since it was released. It's a huge beat stick. At the end of turn, you'll generate soul, draw a card. This deck will always make more than 4 attacks every single turn, most likely. This card is a great way to capitalize off resources. A lot of the support cards for Tetra Drive need soul, so Coral is really necessary. And then at number 2 for Aqua Force, we got Blue Wave Soldier Senior Corvette. This card was introduced in the last clan collection. Its skill reads: continuous, rearguard circle. During your turn, if you have a vanguard with Blue Wave in its card name, which Tetra Drive has, this unit gets plus 5k power. Then auto, vanguard and rearguard circle. When its attack or the attack it boosted hits a vanguard, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 card with Blue Wave in its card name from among them and put it into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So Corvette fulfills a lot of roles. He's automatically a 13k unit because of the fact that Tetra Drive has Blue Wave in its name. So great booster, support beater. It has a decent unhit skill to add some pressure to your multi attacks. And if your opponent does let you hit, then I mean it's pretty much a +1, because a lot of cards in your deck do have Blue Wave in their name. So Corvette will most likely fetch you something. It's also a great card for early aggression. Calling it to hit on your opponent's grade 1 vanguard is always good. They mostly will spend a card for it not to hit. On grade 2, same thing. If you happen to have a Blue Wave vanguard, it's 13k base, so then it'll probably hit. even if your opponent's playing Force. And our very first number 1, Tier Knight Hull Palace. Its skill reads Auto, Rearguard Circle. When your Vanguard attacks, cost retire this unit, and one of your Vanguards gets plus 10k until end of turn. At the end of that battle, if the attack hit, draw a card. So this is an older promo card. You'll most likely want to attack with it on your second battle of the turn, because you'll be playing a decent amount of cards that require for them to attack first in order to activate their skill. So you attack with that other unit first, whether it be Terrific Coil or Tidal Assault, stand it, attack with Hull Palace second, and then on your third attack with Tetra Drive, you'll be able to activate Hull Palace skill and give Tetra Drive plus 10k for all of its 3 attacks this turn. It's pretty necessary considering Tetra Drive only is 12k base. Yeah, 14k if you do want to spend that counterblast on it in order to hit Force numbers, but having that plus 10k really turns out to be a huge plus for him. Combo it with Kateria, so plus 15k on your Vanguard, on all 3 of your Vanguard's attacks. That's pretty good. Also, its skill is pretty free, no CB, no Soul Blast, no discard cards from your hand, so honestly, there's no reason not to play Hull Palace. So yeah, this was our first number 1 support card for our new boss, Tetra Drive Dragon. Now time for Angel Feather. As we did with Aqua Force, let's have a look at the 3 brand new units we got. First new support card we have is Spine Celestial Jophiel. Her skill reads as Auto. When this unit is rode upon, choose a card from your damage zone and you may swap it with a unit card from your hand. Then Auto. When this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle from hand, cast Counterblast 1 and bind this unit, and put the top card of your deck into your damage zone. So a self-damager. Then at the end of that turn, you may put this card into your drop. If it was put into your drop, choose a card from your damage zone and put it into your hand. Then our new grade 2 is Candle Celestial Sariel, doing a comeback. Her skill Auto. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle, cast Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. Search your deck for up to 1 normal unit, put it into your damage zone and shuffle your deck. If you put a card, choose a card from your damage zone and heal it. Then continuous Rearguard Circle. If your damage zone has 1 or less face down cards, this unit gets boost. And then we have a breaking comeback from Prophecy Celestial Ramiel. Her new skill, Auto, Vanguard Circle. When this unit attacks, cost Soul Blast 1 and Countercharge 1. Then stand all of your rearguards with the same card name as any face-up card in your damage zone. For every 2 units that were stand or stood, draw a card and all of your rearguards get power plus 5k until end of turn. Then her other skill, Auto, Vanguard and Rearguard Circle. At the start of your right phase, if your damage zone has 4 or more cards, you may put the top card of your deck into your damage zone. If you do, choose a card from your damage zone, put it into your hand, and if this unit is on Rearguard Circle, put this unit into your soul. So as usual, Angel Feather with a bunch of damage zone shenanigans. Ramiel wants you to control your damages. She wants you to play in your damages. She wants you to make the most you can out of every single card you put in there. So that's why it's no secret that with her skill, most of the cards you'll be playing in your deck will be 4-ofs to maximize the possibility of hitting her skill. So that way you can pull a little Mordred or Shahara scheme. So starting off at number 3, we have Black Mapping Salafiel. Her skill reads continuous Rearguard Circle. During your turn, if a new card was put into your damage zone this turn, this unit gets plus 10k. Then Auto, Vanguard or Rearguard Circle. When placed, cost Soul Blast 1 and heal a card from your damage zone. If you healed, deal 1 damage to your Vanguard. This ability may only be used by a card with the same card name once a turn. Perform a damage check. So rescue check basically. Salafiel is a generic good card. No reason not to play her. She easily becomes a 19k beat stick. She rescue checks, so more opportunities to get triggers. Send triggers into your drop zones from your damage zone to maximize the possibility of having normal units, which you'll mostly want to attack and restand with Ramiel's skill. So yeah, just all around good card that most Angel Feather decks want to run. And then number 2, Wild Shot Celestial Rogwell. Her skill reads Auto, Rearguard Circle. When placed from hand, if a new card was put into your damage zone this turn, cast Counterblast 1 and call a card from your drop zone to Rearguard Circle. She's an amazing card to go and look for a copy of any unit you have in your damage zone, but from your drop. So if you have one menacing unit in your front row that your opponent sniped during your last turn, and you want to have it again just to keep up with that pressure, Rogwell's your girl. She's gonna bring it back. Ramiel fulfills her requirements to activate her skill every turn. So yeah, you have a CB1 Monster Reborn. Let's go. She can also help you bring back some of the cards that were sent into your drop zone from your soul because you soul blasted them for some of your costs. All around great unit, acts kind of toolbox-ish with your drop zone. So yeah, Rogwell's number 2. And now let's talk about our big number 1. Holy Seraph, No Ciel. Her skill, Auto, Vanguard and Rearguard Circle. When placed, cost Soul Blast 1. Search your deck for up to 1 card with No Ciel in its card name, which can be herself. Put it into your damage zone and shuffle your deck. If you put a card into your damage zone, at the end of that turn, put a card from your damage zone on the bottom of your deck. Then her other skill, Auto, Vanguard Circle. When it attacks, cost Soul Blast 1. If you have 3 or more face-up cards with No Ciel in their card names in your damage zone, stand 1 of your rear guards. And if you have 5 or more face-up cards with No Ciel in their card names in your damage zone, stand 2 rear guards instead of 1. But we most likely won't use this skill. This grade 3 No Ciel is a must-have for Ramiel. I mean, she copies herself, so you know that at least one of your units will stand again, guaranteed. Of course, you gotta remember that new extra card she brings to the damage zone will only go away at the end of your turn, so be careful not to lose your game on her skill, but you won't do that, right? So yeah, during the overhaul of the game, you probably want to stay at 4 damage at most, just to have her skill and the new grade 1 skill proc and help you control your damage zone. But even if you end up at 5, at that point in the game, there are most likely other copies of some of your units, either in your drop, in your hand, on your field. Rogwell is there to help as well. But yeah, No Ciel is our number 1 because she is a guaranteed standing unit in your battle phase. And now it's Bermuda Triangle time. Though this time we'll only be looking at 2 new units, because one of the 3 new units that were introduced doesn't support Refiorade, which is our new boss, at all. So first up, Reliable Faith Lusalis, a grade 1. Her skill reads Continuous, Rearguard and Guardian Circle. If you have 2 or more force markers, this unit gets power plus 5k and shield plus 5k. Then Continuous again, Rearguard Circle. If you have 3 or more force markers, this unit gets Intercept and can intercept from the back row. And now our new boss girl, Single Quiet Refiorade. Her skill, Act, Vanguard Circle, once per turn, cost, Counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand and rest this unit. Yes, rest your Vanguard and perform all of the following. First, if you have 4 or less force markers, get 2 imaginary gift force. Then reveal the same number of cards from the top of your deck as the number of your rearguard circle with force markers and put them into your hand, so basically drive checks, and activate all trigger effects of the reveal cards. And her last skill, Continuous, Vanguard Circle. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, all of your grade 2 or less units on your rearguard circle with force markers can attack from the back row. So yeah, more force marker spamming for Bermuda Triangle. So what's interesting about her is that despite not attacking your opponent's Vanguard directly with it, she still drive checks. And if you end up with a bunch of force markers, let's say 4 or 5, her cost only takes 1 card out of your hand, so that's a huge plus. Yes, your opponent won't have to deal with the drive check shenanigans. Do I need to guard more, guard less? But with all of the force markers you'll be generating, these columns will be deadly. There are many ways to integrate her in Bermuda Triangle decks. For this video's purpose, I decided to go mainly around her and mix her engine with our top 3 card. Happiness Heart Lupina. Act, Vanguard Circle. Once per turn, cost, Soul Blast 2. Look at 7 cards from the top of your deck, call up to 1 normal unit from among them to Rearguard Circle, and shuffle your deck. If you called, get an imaginary gift force and put that marker on the Rearguard Circle that unit is on. Then auto Vanguard Circle when it attacks, cost Counterblast 1, and stand all of your rear guards on circles with a force marker. So Lupina is here to act as our first grade 3 ride, because Refrigerate skill requires your opponent to be grade 3 or higher in order to attack with all of your circles, all of your units, because otherwise you'll only have 2 rearguard attacks, which kind of is underwhelming. So Lupina being our first ride Vanguard, she doesn't need any requirements for your opponent to be grade 3 or anything like that. On her ride, you'll get your first force marker, she'll generate another one using her skill, then on the next turn, if you ride Refrigerate, you'll be at 3, use Refrigerate skill, which will then give you 2 additional force markers since you have 4 or less, which will give you all 5 force markers you'll need for your standing rear guards. And Lupina is a pretty decent first grade 3 ride because we mentioned Mordred in Ramiel's deck. Same thing, 5 attacks, standing rear guards. Let's go! Bermuda's top 2. The bulky Mermaid Idol Ellie. Her skill auto, Vanguard Rearguard Circle. When its attack or the attack it boosted hits a Vanguard, search your deck for up to 1 Mermaid Idol Ellie herself, reveal it and put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. If you put a card into your hand and this unit is on Rearguard Circle, retire this unit. Then her auto skill auto, Guardian Circle. When placed, cost put a Mermaid Idol Ellie herself from your drop zone on the bottom of your deck, and this unit gets plus 10k shield until end of that battle. She's a staple in pretty much most or if not all of the Bermuda Triangle decks. She cycles through your deck with her skill, she gets extra shield, just a decent all-around staple you'll mostly want to run in all of your decks. So even if you don't plan on building this new deck, but you plan on building another Bermuda Triangle deck, you gotta get her. And our last number 1 of the day, Shoko Love Heart Lizelot. Her skill continuous hand, it can be called as a grade 1, can be called through Rearguard Circle even when your Vanguard is grade 1, is grade 2 after being placed. Then her other skill, auto, Vanguard and Rearguard Circle when placed. Look at the top card of your deck and call it to Rearguard Circle or put it into your soul. This ability may only be used by a card with the same card name once a turn. Once again, another unit that is necessary for most of the Bermuda Triangle decks, but Lizelot is a force to be reckoned with. Hard once per turn skills usually turn out to be really good, which is a good indicator. She basically pluses 1, no matter what. Even if later in the game you call her and you end up hitting a trigger from the top of your deck, what are you gonna do? You'll have a bunch of force markers on your rearguard circles. Even if you call that unit to a circle with only 1 force marker, that's still a 15k, which is a bonus attack if you don't have anything else to call. So yeah, a unit you can call on your first ride that counts as 2 units for early aggression, that pluses if you're short on hand later in the game. What could we ask more from Lizelot? Honestly, you gotta get her. So that is it for me today, guys. Please click like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Some more are coming your way, obviously, because we have 21 more clans to cover, and the deck lists are coming up in this video. So if you're curious to see what I'm building personally from these 3 new boss units, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.